Yeah, it's recording. Okay, we're good. Gotta get a bike. I want to get a regular pedal bike this time because I actually want to exercise a little. It is Thursday, December 11th, 1:12 a.m. Gonna get me a bike. This looks as good as any. And we're gonna go to Harlem and down Central Park West and a little bit down the west side, I think. So we'll figure it out. We should probably do a Central Park ride one of these days, but it's a little strenuous at certain points, and I just don't feel like doing that. Now I got to find my city bike app so I can. Come on. Here we go. All right, and let me see. We gotta lower that a little bit. Not too much. There we go. Okay. And we're good. I'm wearing two hoodies over each other, but I'm already feeling like that might be. It's not that bad. It's almost 40 degrees. So Fahrenheit, so it should be fine. I think if I warm myself up from pedaling, I should be fine, but we'll find out. I thought like the two hoodies would give me a little bit of wind protection, but not so much. And I might need, I have extra gloves, another extra set of gloves to go over the gloves that I have on right now, which I may need as well. So this is Park Avenue begins at 14th Street at Union Square, and this is the beginning of Park Avenue. So we're going to be just pedaling all the way up to Harlem on Park Avenue. I thought it might be a little, even though it's not a bike-friendly road, it's not too bad at this hour. It shouldn't be too bad at this hour to ride a bike here. I actually got a pretty decent pedal bike. It feels pretty good. Sometimes pedal bikes are a mixed bag. Or I mean, all city bikes are a mixed bag. But sometimes you get a good one. It's actually nice out. It's a little brisk, but it's not too bad. I'm from originally from upstate New York, so cold weather doesn't bother me. And like 40 degrees is nothing. So we get a little, different view of things from just taking a different route. And I mean, we'll see a lot of new things when we get to Harlem. So, I'm gonna see. There is this route that's a car route, but I think there is space enough for a bike to ride where you go through the, it's coming up ahead. What says MetLife, where it says MetLife, that used to be the Pan Am building, and at the base of that building is Park Avenue goes right through it, and and I'm going to see if I could just ride that way because it's just a more interesting route, I guess. Although it's a little riskier because I think there's no bikes aren't supposed to be there, but I think there is enough shoulder space where I can actually be there. So we'll see how that goes. There's a tunnel under it too, actually, but I think that's been closed forever. No, I don't know what that is actually. Yeah, I think it is like a traffic tunnel, but I think it's been closed for a long time. Yeah, tunnel to East 46th Street. But it's been closed off, I don't know, for ages. It's not actually usable. So and since I have an actual pedal bike, it's gonna be a little annoying going up hills and stuff. What are you fucking... Fuck you, asshole. Okay. I guess he had the light. I flipped him off for no reason. I guess he had the light. I'm the bad guy. So, well. Making friends. So, we are in Midtown, 35th Street, Park Avenue, and we're gonna make our way through that, like the structure up ahead. That is actually part of, it's across the street from Grand Central. I'm not sure what is going on beneath it, because this part of Park Avenue is actually a little elevated. It's going to get more elevated up there, and let's see. I mean, it's kind of I think it's more interesting to go on the top part, although I'm risking getting run over by a car, but let's see. It looks more interesting up here. We can get this wreath and stuff, so let's go this way. Yeah, it's Grand Central Terminal. So it is part of Grand Central Terminal, this building. And basically, there's a road around it. We're elevated. Yeah, okay, it is Grand Central. I know what I was thinking. I thought it was like across the street. So this is Grand Central Terminal. Like there's an upper, like we're elevated above it, but you can, I think, yeah, it should be okay for me to do this. There's enough clearance where I won't get immediately obliterated by a vehicle going this way. And yeah, I have the shoulder here I can take. So it's not terrible. So yeah, this is an entrance. There's a parking garage here for Grand Central Terminal. And we're going to come down a little slope and get back down on ground level because we're a story above the actual street surface below. I'm going to come over here so I'm at least visible to cars going around the bend. And we made it. We didn't get killed. That's nice. Always nice. Okay. So we're in the 40s now. We're going to go in the 50s. 49th Street. Just try and stay away from the cars because there is no bike path here. And have a nice church here. Inside Park where they have a little, this is a church that like allows homeless people to sleep on their steps and stuff. I can't remember, where's the name? I can't see it. I'll have to I'll put it in a title when I finish the video. Put it in like a little title at the bottom of the screen. Yeah, I believe that they has, you know, they allow, you know, people that, like because there's fancy hotels around here and things like that. There were complaints that it was an eyesore to have like human beings who don't have a home sleeping on the steps, and they still allow that. They still let them take refuge there, and the police can't just come and arrest them. It's not a fan of religion, but that place is one of the good ones, at least, I guess. I should have hydrated before I started this ride. I'm a little thirsty, but I guess I'll maybe edit out a break at some point so I can get something to drink. This is 57th Street. It's one of us a relatively small number of two-way streets that go, two-way streets. All streets go east-west. I was going to say one of the rare cases of a two-way street going east and west, but streets only go east and west in Manhattan. So unless you're in the West Village or something, avenues are north-south. Avenues, Broadway, all that, they go north-south. Streets go east-west. It's a nice, little stretch of where all the rich people live up here. So it's very nice. The center traffic islands are all nicely decorated. Those nice decorations will end though, like as soon as we get to probably 110th Street, which is basically the border of Harlem, all across, from 110th Street basically goes all the way across Manhattan, east-west, of course, and that is the border. That's why there's a famous song. I can't remember the guy's name. Probably put in a title. Again, it's across 110th Street. It's a famous R&B song. Yeah, traditionally, 110th Street would be where the rich people, the wealthy communities end and the poor communities begin, but it's Harlem has been becoming gentrified over it's a couple decades now. So there's plenty of rich people in Harlem now too, but also plenty of poor people. So we're in the 60s now, still quite wealthy. It's probably the largest, the wealthiest people probably live between the 50s and the 80s, I would say, on the east side. Then it starts getting a little, but Park Avenue, I think, is pretty upscale, all the way into Harlem. If I remember correctly. This sucks. But I need the exercise. Alright, gonna be pedaling some hills. Hopefully they're not, I don't think it's too bad. It's been a while since I've even drove this far up Park Avenue, much less rode a bike. But if you can see in the, at least in the periphery of this video, some of nice hotels and apartments, you can see why Park Avenue is associated with wealth and status. Because it is very wealthy here. But also quite monotonous. I mean, visually, I mean, the trees are nice, but, you know, I think there's a lot of other places. I mean, Harlem, for example, even, or especially Harlem, is more visually varied and interesting than this. There's kind of a monotony about it, but we'll eventually be seeing more variety in the landscape soon. So we're going up to taking Park Avenue to 125th Street, which is like basically the main thoroughfare in Harlem. We're gonna take a look at the Apollo Theater and, you know, just check the scene out as we ride across 125th Street to Frederick Douglass Boulevard, I believe it's called, and which becomes 8th Avenue. We're going to take that to Central Park, go along Central Park West, which isn't a two-way bike lane. Technically, I think it's just a northbound bike lane only, so we're going the wrong way, but whatever. And we'll get to see Central Park a bit. We're not going to go in there yet today because it's just too, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad in terms of the, it's mainly the northern part near Harlem that is, there's a really brutally steep hill there. But most of Central Park is not too bad. I mean, we could maybe dip in there, but I mean, you know, maybe we'll do that. Well, I don't want to do the hard part, but I might skip past that and somewhere in the middle we'll dip into Central Park and, you know, just do that. I mean, although I don't know how visually interesting that's going to be because it's dark, and I mean it's well lit for, you know, for a park, but still not a ton of things stand out in the dark there. So I don't know. Well, excuse me. Maybe we'll do a day trip in Central Park sometime. They don't all have to be night rides. I just think the night rides is I mean, I like to ride at night because it's not as busy and it's quiet, and I just like riding in the city when it's kind of, you know, everything's quieted down, everybody's in bed, and it just feels cool. But you know, some things are better viewed from the daytime, so we might do that. Yeah. Get a little lost in thought there. I don't know. There's again, like I said, it's nice, quote unquote nice here, but it's like a, kind of monotonous. Not much to point out here. I probably will cut some of this Park Avenue. I mean, also Central Park West for that matter, because it's a bunch of like a lot of wealthy people in their really nice apartment buildings. Not everybody's rich who lives in Central Park West, but most people are, or at least it used to be. You could. I mean, I went. The first apartment I ever lived in was a sublet, a roommate situation on 109th and Central Park West. That was my first apartment in New York City, and it was really awesome up there. We're gonna actually, what can we do? I'm trying to think of some interesting route we can take. We might take a detour on 110th to go to St. John of the Vine, which is a nice, a huge scenic church and on the west side. And then, that's so, we'll do that maybe. We'll see how I feel. We'll figure it out. I had a route planned out. Maybe I'll stick to that plan, but we'll see. It's a nice church. This is 91st. I will find out what that is and put a title. So we're getting close to the Harlem border, which is 110th Street. But you can see it's still kind of classy area here. All right, a little respite from the pedaling. Here, no, it's part of Carnegie Market, not Carnegie Deli. Yeah. All right. And this is 96th Street. So I'm gonna wait for this car to go. And yeah, the last little tree, because it's like right on the, okay, also the train, so that's why the tree stopped. The train is below, so you can't put a tree there. Anyway. Yeah, this is the Metro North Railway down here. You can't really see much, but on the left there's a little bit of dip, and Metro North goes all the way up to various stops in Westchester County, like Hastings on Hudson, I know there are others. I can't think of any right now because I don't really take that train. I mean, the only stop I've ever used was Hastings on Hudson. So, but there are lots of stops along the way, north of Manhattan, And it's how people from Westchester County, a lot of people from Westchester County commute to their jobs in New York. And this is 110th, right? Yeah, or is that 100th? No, it's 102nd. Okay, we're not on 110th yet. I don't want to get run over here. That's kind of those little tunnels are kind of neat looking. I might stop and just show you one. See, because okay, here's like a pedestrian tunnel, and here is a car tunnel. All right, here underneath the train track, the train bridge, or whatever you want to call it. I've warmed up a bit, so it is not so bad. Probably scared that guy. It's kind of funny. Okay, what do we got here? 150. Yeah, we got a ways to go before we get to 125th. It's a little not much going on, so I'm gonna probably take 110th across, just to vary the, like, find a street that's like a proper street and not, and doesn't have like just the this train bridge on one side. We'll see, because I don't know how interesting, another 15 or so blocks of this, or 18 blocks of this is going to be. Let me think. I mean, we could just do this. I don't know. It'll get interesting again soon. I mean, yeah. Yeah, see, there's like nothing going on right now here. Nothing at all. Yeah, here's 110th Street finally. There's not a lot at 125th and Park Avenue, so I'm just going to go over a little. Or maybe, what is this? Does it go, let me see. Does this go north from here? I'll go a little east instead of west. And, oh no, that goes south. Oh shit, okay, all right. I'm gonna do this then, go east or west now, and try to find a more visually interesting 15 blocks until we get to 100. Okay, this goes north. Great, fantastic. So we'll do that. But this is Harlem, just on the edge of Harlem, technically. I mean, this is literally 110, I believe, yeah. Or no, it's not even 110. I think I decided to, let me look at this. No, it is 110. Okay, we're good. So we're gonna go up this way. And we're just going to take this up to 125th and take a left on 125th, then a left on Frederick Douglass, and my hands are all like losing their circulation. So it's as quiet here in Harlem as it is anyplace else, and as safe here as anyplace else. There's no need for troops or any of that bullshit. Keep the Nazis out of New York City. $116. We are getting there. We're still not there yet, but we are getting there. Whew. Oh man, it's very nice up here. Oh, very nice up here. Very tidy. And 20. Here we go. And this is actually over here. I believe this is Marcus Garvey Park. Pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. This is Madison. Yeah, we're on. Yeah, it has to be Marcus Garvey Park. Just another shot. Have to turn my whole torso because I've got the camera around my neck. So I have to turn my whole torso towards when I want to film. And let's see if I can get through here. Is there a way through? Let's see. I don't know what they're doing. Nope. Nope. And now I have to wait for the cars to go by. We are about to be, here we go, 125th. Not here, the next one. So we're kind of a third of the way done with the ride. This is another not very bike-friendly street. So this is going to be interesting riding on it. I don't know, did they? No, there's no bike lane. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Welcome to 125th Street. That's nice. Very nice decorations. Beautiful. A lot of neighborhoods have this, like in different boroughs. I'll message around Christmas. So this is, I forgot to read the street. Again, another title. I'll put it for the cross street we just passed. How long the camera was off, but I'm gonna just go by, just walk a little, because it was like very annoying to get this back working again. And I was like standing on 125th Street here, which I still am, trying to fix, let me get this, trying to fix the battery issue. So hopefully, I just wanted to go by the Apollo Theater again, because I just get some better shots of it and turn around. There it is again. Okay, now we can go, I guess. That sucks. I don't know how. I hope that I didn't lose too much footage. I only noticed after we passed the theater that the battery died on the camera. I had to swap it out. But anyway, let's see. I'm getting cold because I sweat through these hoodies, and now I was. Let's see. I think this is Frederick Douglass. Yeah. Yes, it is. So we're gonna go down Frederick Douglass. And goodbye to 125th Street, and we're gonna head down Central Park West. Oh my God. Okay. Hopefully I can warm myself up again by pedaling, because I was like just standing there for a while and letting the kind of like the sweat cool on me while I was fucking around with the battery. So that's a little nice little, oh, I guess this is just a Christmas tree cellar, but there's like nice little restaurants and bars here and all that. So okay. Ooh. This is I forgot the name of the circle. Is it Frederick Douglass Circle? Another title. I'll research after the video, after the post-production, and let's see. It's Frederick Douglass Circle. Yeah, that's what I thought. Frederick Douglass Circle. So this is 110th Street right here. I don't have it in me to ride up that hill to go to whatchamacallit, St. John of the Vine. That's for another trip. Maybe we'll do a Columbia University area ride, Morningside Heights ride sometime. I mean, this hill is, it's not that bad, but it's bad enough. I'm getting a little, I'm just getting cold, and like I said, I didn't hydrate at the beginning or before the ride, so I'm probably more fatigued than I would be if I had. So this is Central Park West. Actually, where was I? I think I passed it already. Wait, this is 109th and Central Park. This is where I used to live at my first apartment in New York City. Where are we? Yeah, we're already 107, so it's back there somewhere. But yeah, it was my first apartment in New York was on 109th and Central Park West. A very good place to start your life as a New Yorker, if I do say so myself. And this is Stranger's Gate, I believe. The entrances all have names. The pedestrian entrances to Central Park all have names. And I believe that one's Stranger's Gate. Or maybe there's another one up further, or north, not south. But yeah, as you can see, speaking of going south, Central Park West bike lane is a northbound only bike lane. And it's two-way street, but a northbound only bike lane. So I'm going the wrong way just so you can get a view of everything here. We're gonna hit Columbus Circle eventually at 59th Street, and I might do a full circle on 59th, and then we got a raccoon here, just jumped in the sewer. And if the camera caught, I might put a little arrow if it's on camera. It's a little raccoon who just waddled towards me and then took a dive into the sewer. Great. But yeah, there's lots of wildlife in Central Park. There's peregrine falcons, and there's known to be have been, I don't know if they're continuously there, but they have been spotted coyotes. I think even foxes. It's big enough that it can accommodate some wildlife. It's a nice quiet ride. Probably boring content. Unless you don't mind. It's kind of like I don't know. Some of this stuff is kind of visual ASMR. You're just kind of looking at this kind of monotonous but sort of peaceful imagery. Quiet night in the city riding a bike. Although it probably would be better if I weren't talking over it all the time, but I'm actually doing the riding, and I enjoy it very much, and I'm not bored at all. But it's obviously a little different if you're watching somebody else do it. But if I did a boring ride like this and actually talked about stuff, I think that's the next stage for this channel. Because I'm gonna run out of rides. I think there's not an infinite number of places I could ride that are unique, and it'll probably be like even this ride. I'll probably be going places I've already gone in previous videos. But if I feel like it could be an interesting. I'd have to really prepare, probably write at least some like bullet points, if not memorize the script, to do that. But it might be worth it. I guess we'll see if people are interested. We can see if people are interested in hearing me run my mouth about various topics while riding a bike. But I think that is probably because I can just do familiar, easy routes and just chill and and talk about whatever, and like give myself like 50 minutes or something, and plan like a 50-minute route, and just do a show like that. I mean, I think I definitely could do it weekly, at least the rant and I was going to call it rant and rise, or rant and ride, and yeah, I mean, we could make that work. But this one, although it is like the whole point of these videos, like me deciding to start publishing them, has a political purpose. I mean, to show how safe New York City is, and what a fantasy these stories about a crime-ridden hellscape are. Like people, disseminated and believed by people who have never been here, and are terrified to come here because they're giant pussies. So, I mean, it already is sort of political content, but I would actually be talking about issues of the day, which, like even though this is technically political, it can, like as it is, it can be perennial, but if I start doing more topical stuff, then the rewatchability of the videos, or the relevance, like somebody could watch this video 5 years from now or whatever and still get something out of it, whereas if I'm just riding a familiar route and let's see. Okay. Riding a familiar route and just just talking about the issues of the day, that could be, I mean, it becomes dated quickly. Like once it's old news, the video is, who's going to watch it? Who's going to watch a video that about, a month from now, about a topic that's a month old, and then news cycles moved on 100 times since then, so it is. I mean, I kind of want to make try to make some perennial content. So I'm going to keep doing these rides that are just, showing the neighborhood and the city and various neighborhoods and stuff. And and showing the city in various neighborhoods. But also I want to maybe do something more topical that might, because even though like the relevance of the video drops very quickly with topical content, you might get more engagement with topical content as well, depending on what it is. Okay. I'll just text her for Christmas. Oh my God, I should have been talking to myself about stuff. I shouldn't, never mind, scratch that. I have a habit of talking to myself when I'm thinking about when I'm just like thinking deeply about something. I'll sometimes talk to myself and forget I'm doing that, even when I'm on camera. So where are we? I think this is 80 feet. Yeah, we're in the Natural History Museum is here across the street. You can't really see it very well. We're gonna get closer to the main entrance. But yeah, sorry, not much of a, it's too dark, so that's why I didn't really try very hard to get. And this is the Museum of the City of New York, right on the next block over here on the right. The Natural History Museum we just passed, which is a fantastic place, a must-see if you visit New York City. And the Museum of the City of New York is also a must-see. But yeah, that's very nice too. Nice building. There you go. Let's see. What's next here? I mean, we're going to pass the Dakota, where John Lennon lived and was assassinated in front of. We're going to come by that soon. My hands are fucking locked, for the just like no circulation and cold. It's like they're becoming like frozen meat or something. Here, oh, shit. Hold on a second. This is, I just rode by the Dakota. This is the Dakota right here. And this is actually, where I'm coming up on this is 72nd Street. And this is the gate where John Lennon was assassinated in front of. There's a Christmas tree inside. But yeah, there's the Dakota. And now we're going to keep going on our way with this rather, like, this area is so, like, well off and safe and nice that it's like boring. There's like, I mean, just riding down here, there's like no, it is pretty. I mean, it's much more pretty. It's nice being here in person. Probably not on camera. I can't imagine it's particularly interesting, but during the day, obviously we look a lot better and have better shots of everything. But I like to ride a bike at night, not during the day. So, and it's kind of the gimmick of the channel right now. So we're sticking with that. And oh my goodness, I forgot what this is here. Well, things will get a little bit more varied. This is, I forgot what this is over here. Oh, right. It's the Tavern on the Green right here. You can't really see, maybe you can see the rooftop a little. There's the sign. Oh, Jesus, stopped too quickly. And fell off the bike almost. But yeah, this is the entrance to Tavern on the Green right here. Can't really see much. It's a famous restaurant that had closed for a while, like kind of went out of business. I think it's back in business now. But oh boy. It is kind of interesting, given the Harlem ride, the Harlem component of the trip, how close the very wealthy have been to the very poor in this city. It's because they always needed access to the poor. They didn't want them living too close, but they did need them for labor in their stately apartments and brownstones and stuff like that. And so, like, I mean, Harlem now is much less, it's more gentrified than it used to be, but it's still, there's a lot of poverty up there. But yeah, I mean, it used to be very poor at one time. This disgusting piece of shit Trump building here. Just a pile of gold-plated shit. So here's Columbus Circle, with the unfortunate eyesore of the Trump building being there. We're just going to do a once around Columbus Circle, and then we're going to figure out where we're going to go next. I guess I'll take 9th Street or something. You know, I might do, where are we? Oh, it's too late for that. I was thinking of, yeah, we're way past Gray's Papaya, so that sucks. I was thinking, yeah, that would be a good way to hydrate if they're still open, but they probably aren't open anyway. It's Thursday, and it's like, I mean, technically a Wednesday night, but Thursday morning, and it's like 2 a.m. or something. But this is Columbus Circle, and there's like, I don't know if I'll stop and see if I can get a shot of Columbus. There's the holiday market. Every park now has a holiday. Union Square, Bryant Park, I think even Madison Square Park has a little holiday market, which is, I mean, nothing wrong with it. They're like, here's the statue of the rapist, evil rapist, cocksucker Columbus. Which we should remove. Like, this should be renamed as something else. It shouldn't be Columbus Circle. It's kind of an outrage that it's still called Columbus Circle. Okay, I had to go a half circle again to go the right direction. I'm doing like 60 FPS recording, so I'm wondering if that is why the battery went dead, because it wasn't like, I mean, it wasn't fully charged, but it wasn't, it wasn't like low, but it seemed to, die pretty quick. So basically, my plan is to ride until this battery dies, and I'm going to take a fucking cab home. So, and that will be the trip, and I'll see what I can do with the footage. But this is 57th Street. I'm just taking this way so I can get over to 9th, and we can go south, because there's a nice bike lane on 9th. And yeah, I think it starts here. I think it's even all the way up here. Who I could be friends. Oh boy. Getting very cold. I feel like, oh, okay, no, it's still going. But we're on, what is this, 53rd and 9th, okay. It is cold as fuck. It's not necessarily because it really is cold, it's because I didn't dress properly. I soaked my clothes with sweat, and now they are, the sweat is cooling, and it really sucks. It doesn't feel good at all. I mean, let me see how let me see what time it is, how much. Oh fuck, I mean, I don't know, oh, it's like 2:30. Wait, I started at like 1:15, so it's been over like a fucking hour. So, I mean, I feel like that's plenty of fucking content, I think. I'm gonna get a fucking cab in a minute. I'm gonna get down where there are more cabs available and take a cab home, because this is oh god, this sucks. It's just, I'm cold, wet and cold. I think we're gonna, and as soon as I find the next city bike stand, I'm gonna like put this away and just get a cab home. You know, 9th Avenue is, I mean, there's some nice views of the skyline from here, because a lot of the buildings on 9th are not very tall. They haven't like put in like fucking skyscraper apartment buildings over here yet, so you can see a little bit of the skyline from here. So this is 42nd Street, and those bridges ahead, you see, like those are like bridges for buses to get into Port Authority bus terminal. Because Port Authority's over to the left on 42nd here. I mean, this is the back of Port Authority. So yeah, these bridges here are how the buses get in and out of Port Authority. Like, there's literally like second and third story bus stops inside the building. And there's bowling. Frames, I've been here before. It's actually kind of nice. The bowling alley and the Port Authority bus terminal. It's actually nice in there. It's, you know, oh, this is actually cool. Casa di Isacco. I ate here once. This is like a Italian restaurant run by a an Italian Elvis impersonator, and he actually, you should go. It's like on 9th and 9th Avenue between 39th and 40th. It's kind of a trip. He actually is there a lot of the time, like, you know, talk to guests and stuff, and literally fill your wine glass to the brim and stuff. It's kind of funny. It's actually a cool experience. Casa di Isacco, because his name's Isacco, and I guess he had some success in Italy as an Italian Elvis impersonator, and he ended up buying a restaurant in New York. So, little delightful New York stories. The food's okay. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the best either, but it's fine. It's just the experience. You go there for the experience, to basically have this kind of character, force glass after glass of wine on you. So, but is this one? Okay, yeah. Here's a dock, and I'm gonna go. We'll do a little walking down this, because I do have to get. Oh shit! Okay, great. I guess I'm not putting the bike away. Over there right over there is Penn Station, Madison Square Garden. Whoa, I'm gonna get hit. Okay. So straight ahead, this structure is Penn Station / Madison Square Garden. Penn Station or Madison Square Garden on top, Penn Station on the bottom. Go! And that is, there's the ACE 123 subway systems, and the Long Island Railroad, and New Jersey Transit, the PATH trains. Here we go. Please have a free fucking. There we go. Please work, because that's the thing. Is like sometimes there's a free slot, but it doesn't work. You can't. It's broken. So. Yeah, thank God. Holy shit. Okay. I gotta go home. All right, from Penn Station, Madison Square Garden, we end our trip tonight. Have a good night, everybody.